lasting impression. So you can start slowly, warm up slowly, and bring about more deeper aspects of your personality as you interact, and that would leave a lasting impression in the minds of the judges. So unless compelled, unless you really have a real desire to start talking, then you can wait, watch, warm up to the subject, get ideas, and then start presenting more and more about yourself. That would be one of the most powerful ways in which to do. So one more thing which I want you to understand is a very interesting mnemonic, right, for your body language. Because you know that the body language is one of the most important aspects of communication. So I would like to present a mnemonic soften, S-O-F-T-E-N. Very easy to remember, but very powerful if applied. So S here, all you need to do is you need to exhibit soften through your body language in the group discussion process. That would make you much more impressive in nature. Want to know what soften is? Yes or no? So yes. Yes stands for? Any guesses? Yes stands for? Smile, right? Have a smile, wear a smile, smile at your counterparts, smile at your group members, have a smiling face. That could really make you more presentable. O, what does O stand for? Pardon? Observe. I'm talking about specific body languages, right? Which you could really understand and start applying. So smile is something we are able to really understand and apply. So similarly, O stands for open body language, right? Open body language in which you don't cross your arms, right? You don't cross your arms. Don't have any barriers in front of your chest. So having a smile, having an open body language, that could be remarkable. Third one, F. What does F stand for? F stands for a forward lean, right? Imagine 6 or 8 people sitting in a semicircle, and imagine one of them doing like this, leaning back. That would come across as a very negative trait. On the other hand, suppose you are in a movie theater, and the movie happens to be a very interesting movie. When you sit in the seat, normally you will be having a forward leaning tendency. So when you forward lean, it suggests interest. So when you exhibit that trait of forward leaning, what happens is that the panelists are able to understand that you are interested in the process, what is going on. So S stands for smile, O stands for an open body language in which you don't cross your arms, don't have any barriers in front of your chest. F stands for forward lean. T. T stands for touch, right? If possible, you can just touch the shoulder of your neighbors, right? I would put it as an emotional touch rather than a physical touch. Trying to connect with your own emotions and trying to offer them. That could be a very powerful way of emotional touch. And then E. E stands for eye contact, right? Looking at the eyes of your co-members, talking to them based on the eye contact. And then N stands for nodding of the head, right? N stands for nodding of the head. So as you acknowledge, right, when you nod, that emphasizes your acceptance. Nodding is also a powerful behavioral evidence for listening. So the soften model, right, which states that smile, have an open body language, and then forward lean, emotional touch, eye contact, and nodding will make you come across as a very positive person who is really interested in the proceedings, right? So remember the formula soften, apply it, and you will be very impressive in nature. So I just want to finish off, right, with a very interesting story. This is my last session here in this program. So I want to finish off with a very interesting story. It's in there was a 70-story building. How many stories? 70-story building. And 2 brothers were living at the top of the 70th floor, right? On the 70th floor. And one day what happened? They came down the building for shopping. So they shopped to their heart's content, and with bags all around their shoulders, they went into the building. And to their shock, they found the lift was not working, right? So they thought about it for some time, and one of them, being young, right? Very young brothers, not married, very specifically. So they thought that one of them gave the suggestion, why don't we walk the steps, right? It would be a good experience for start. So the first 20 stories, right? They ran, right, with all excitement, shouting, right? All the excitement, fun. They ran up to the first 20 floors. And after 20, they really found the going tough, right? So they thought that maybe we should slow down a little. And somewhere in the 30th floor, they felt that the luggages that we carry, right, the shopping that we have done, might be a big baggage. So we'll keep it somewhere in the 30th floor. And after the lift works, we'll come back and regain them. So they kept their goods, the shopped goods, somewhere between the 20th and 40th floor, and then they reached the 40th floor. After reaching the 40th floor, they were really tired. And then they felt the going really tough, and they started criticizing each other. One said, we should have waited. It was your idea who started this, right? It was your idea that started this. The other guy said, what happened to your mind? You could have very well said no. We could have waited for the lift. So they started complaining each other, cursing each other, and they went up to the 60th floor. After the 60th floor, they realized it is only 10 more stories. So why fussing about all those quarrels, right? You look at this way, I will look at this way, and they climbed the last of the 10 stories, and they reached the 70th floor. And then the elder brother said to the younger brother, as they were standing in front of the door, open the door. And the younger brother said, I don't have the key. You open the door. And the elder brother touched himself and said, I also don't have the key. And to their horror, they realized, where was the key? The key was among the sharpened goods that they had dropped somewhere between the 20th and 40th floor. Very powerful metaphorical story. NLP talks about metaphors, the power of metaphors, right? So what does a 70 story represent? The 70 stories represents an approximate, right? That average 70 years in the human life. 70 years in the human life. Now think about the first 20 stories. How did the brothers go for the first 20 stories? Lot of fun, lot of excitement, right? Lot of everything, right? The vigor. First 20 stories, yes. And then the reality strikes in, right? Somewhere they really feel that the going gets tough. And the 20 to 40, right, is really an exploration process. But they did something very different. What did they do between the 20 and 40? They kept their luggages, right? They kept their luggages. And after 40, what happens? Real people really become critical. Right? After 40, people really become very critical. And 40 to 60 could be a tough stage. And after 60, the last 70 is spent in contemplation, right? That's how it goes. But my most important question is, what does the goods that the brothers left between the 20 and 40 represent? Remember, they shopped for it, they paid for it, and it was born after their own heart's deep driving desire. So what does it represent? The dreams, right? The dreams of the youngsters. So youngsters usually carry the dreams, right? But the normal tendency is to drop them somewhere between 20 and 40. I honestly request you, right? Please don't drop your dreams. Even if the lift doesn't work, keep on carrying your dreams, right? And with the true intention, with the true determination, if you're able to have the right strategies, definitely you'll be able to realize your dreams and goals. Wishing you all the best. Thank you.